What's up, everybody? It's Frank. Everything Black. Tonight, I want to talk about Brother Neely Fuller Jr. Um, I don't know if y'all know him, but that's my what they call it. Your shoot, man. I don't forgot what I want to say. Anyway, I'm kind of upset about what happened. I mean, I know everybody gotta go their own way one day, but I know everybody got to pass away. But this was kind of like a shock to me today. I don't know why, cause the guy was 95 years old. But anyway, I just want to do my part and introduce y'all to Mr. Needful. If y'all never heard him before, uh, he kind of introduced me to white supremacy and helped me to understand it. Cause at first I didn't know what that was. I mean, I thought I knew what it was, but Mr. Neely Fuller taught me what it was after I read his book, after I heard some of his speeches, after I watched him over the internet, spreading that good teaching and breaking down things where uh, a kid can understand. And he wrote two books. I mean, they was like the guide and then the terms of or the code book, what we call it. And I've talked to y'all about the code book several times. And I told you, if you want to understand white supremacy, you need to get that book, those books. And you can go to Produce Justice and find those books. And they do have a code in there that you can follow. Um, so right now, I'm going to go over here to the screen. And I'm going to share my screen. And I want y'all to listen to Brother Neely Fuller explain
and my
the code.
goal in this particular setting is supremacy. Scrap apartheid, call it white supremacy. I sometimes have talked to Dr. Frances Welton. Some of you may have seen her on television. I talk to her quite frequently.
I can't hear
color theory of press theory of color confrontation. And that is, we talk about you nail everything down.
That's white supremacy. Now, anybody who's not such a victim can leave now. But anyway, as always, it's a subject that's vital to us. So we have a man who has put his mind to it for some years and put it into a wonderful book.
For some reason.
So I hope you.
No one got the volume out. Everything should be playing. Give me a second. Let me close this out and go back to it. Well, let me go over here. There's a picture of him right here. Let's see what he's saying here. I know y'all can't see it yet. Give me a minute.
If you keep those 5 words in mind, replace white supremacy with justice, then you can keep focus. In many of these discussions on the matter, people tend
Before I use Facebook,
to get into
YouTube.
everything from feminism to
This is educational purpose.
words that don't have precise
Communism and everything
definitions.
else. They go off on a tangent.
Yes, right.
Yeah, but this kind of locks it in.
Right. Bigotry, discrimination,
Yeah.
Sexism, a multitude of isms, biracialism, whatever that means, multiculturalism.
Whatever that means.
Yes. And so you get into a myriad of words that don't apply to the focus of what you're talking about. So therefore, that is the basic frame of reference that you should always focus on. That should be used by all people who are talking about the problem as it is.
What is a tragic arrangement, or the 3 T's, if you will? And what are some of the first 2 things that must be done to establish quality relationship between white and non-white people, if you will?
Well, the 3 T's called a tragic arrangement are tacky, trashy, terroristic. Now, this is the arrangement that non-white people on this planet have with white people in their everyday interactions in all areas of activity.
Tacky,
trashy, and terroristic. One of the 3. It doesn't get any better than tacky. If you will observe black people, for instance, in the presence of white people, on account of the way that both of them are raised within the system of white supremacy, there's a strain there. There's not a even flow. So what you have is a tackiness. It doesn't get any better than tacky. It can't get any better than tacky within the system of white supremacy.
Why?
So this is all very tragic. Well, because the system of white supremacy demands that white people interact with non-white people in a certain way that is harmful and harsh and overall destructive. And that the non-white people interact with the white people in the same manner. And they are taught this. Both people
are taught this
at a very early age, and then the teaching goes on every day in all 9 areas of activity: economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, and war.
All areas of people activity.
All of the areas of people activity, everywhere in the known universe.
I noticed something. I used to work with a gentleman, elderly gentleman, and whenever he would come in contact with white people, he always had a tendency to have to be the entertainment committee to make everybody laugh. If we were on the elevator or doing something in the building, he was always the person to make white people laugh. He was always the clown. I always kept a straight face, so he thought something was wrong with me.
Yes, well, you can tell that there's a strain even on college campuses and whatnot, and in schools. People will go to the classes together because that's where the classes are. That's where the teaching is. And then the students will separate themselves in the lunchroom. Now, there's a reason for that. And the reason is not healthy. It shows it's something that is completely out of order. Because if the people are sharing the same classroom and learning the same things and having the same values that are taught in that classroom, then why do not the people interact with each other in all of the areas of activity without exception in harmony?
Maybe they're not learning the same thing.
That is it.
Maybe they taught the same thing, but
yes,
not necessarily
that is it. Under the system of white supremacy, a black student sitting next to a white student is being taught how to be a victim of white supremacy. The white person, the white student, is being taught how to be a white supremacist.
And it's all in the language.
This is done in the language, in the use of the words, in the subject matter of the materials, if the material in any way relates to interactions between people. Now, the other 2 T's, trashy, if you try to improve on the tackiness, then it gets trashy. The interactions between, for instance, you can say that in the area of religion, Sunday morning, black people and white people do not attend the same churches.
Dr. King says most segregated hour in America.
Right. Now, that is tacky, particularly in the area of religion. It should not be. The 2 people should come together in religion, if in nothing else. It would seem logically speaking. But under the system of racism, since the basic teaching of the white supremacy system is that white supremacy is a religion, so you have a built-in barrier
already
against black people and white people sharing the same premises and preaching the same gospel and talking about loving each other and treating each other with justice. So therefore, you can't have what you call black people and white people in the same religious setting, which is why you don't have it. So what you do have, and I'd like to add this, is the trashiness that goes on the same Sunday morning, and that is maybe in the houses of prostitution, in the houses of dope dealing. Then you will have black and white together.
That's the only
same day,
place
on Sunday.
Wow, that's interesting that you would say that, because you have these two groups, and we both say we're Christians. We have white Baptists, then we have black Baptists, and we're supposed to be worshiping the same God, if you will.
One in Christ, they often say. And that is something that not even many black people care to explain. That they say we are, you know, in Christ there is no east, no west, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Yet, the black people and the white people cannot sit down in the same bench in a church.
I find it interesting, speaking of religion, that you could have Billy Graham come to town and all the black ministers start bowing down. Minister Louis Farrakhan comes and there's controversy.
Well, that is because of the race issue.
As well.
It's always because of the race issue. You can't do anything. You can't straighten out anything in religion or any of the 9 areas of activity without first eliminating racism. And here again, there's only one functional form, and that is white supremacy.
What should be used as a role model for replacing white supremacy?
The role model for replacing white supremacy should be a code of thought, speech, and action, not a person, never a person. And that also applies to producing justice throughout the world, which justice has never been produced. As far as anyone who is existing now knows anything about. We don't know what justice would be like. We don't know what peace would be like.
Yes.
Never had it. So in the process of producing justice, you need a role model, and that role model has to be a prescription. Some ministers have said in the beginning there was the word. Now that certainly applies also to straightening out race problems. You have to have the words. The words are not correct. Hardly any of the words are correct. The words are designed to support racism. And this is why you have the confusion you have in the schools.
Deceit.
Yes, the deceit. See, the words are designed to support deceit, which is the basic tool of the white supremacists.
So I wanted y'all to see that. That's Dr. Neely putting his own words. Let me get this off the screen. One moment. Let me go find another one. Here's Brother Neely Fuller again talking about a slogan is not a plan. Let me fast forward a little bit.
It's the mainstay of the system of white supremacy. And how do you get confusion? Mainly by the way that you talk and the way you define words. And you can just manipulate people with words, manipulate their minds, put all kind of self-doubt in people about what they are doing and why they are doing it. And if you're really skilled at it, you can do it with words. So if you focus on every word that is being said to you, that's number one. Get that straight. And ask questions about every word if it takes that.
Facebook.
To get to what?
This is a teaching moment.
Because that's what you got to have. Otherwise, you're going to get that confusion that the white supremacist system thrives on. They are word masters, most of them, who are in position who are assigned, you might say, quote unquote, whatever that means, to cause more confusion in order to get around producing a thing called justice. Because justice and racism should not exist on the same planet at the same time and can't. That's why it needs to be gotten rid of. It's the most powerful government system, the most powerful religion that the world has ever seen, the system of white supremacy in capital letters. And that has a definition.
Okay. Let me go over here now and let y'all kind of visualize through these cartoons that I think Neely Fuller kind of approved of by some guy who used to do his cartoons for him, so people can visualize what he's talking about. Let me kind of show you a couple of cartoons on some of the subjects he did.
The black people to improve their conditions. And you say, and okay, what's the projection for next year? Well, we got 18 now. Next year, the projection is 52. 52 different types of sexuality to choose from for you black people. And you say, well, why are you doing this, sir? Well, it's going to improve things for you. You black people want to be improved, don't you? All right. Well, get on board with this. Listen to me. All right. You need to diversify your sexuality. I mean, it's something incorrect. Your sexuality is too limited. You talk about some male-female mess. I mean, well, you need to kind of branch out a little bit. I mean, all you ignorant black people all over the world talking about some male-female. I mean, are you crazy? Male with female? Are you crazy? No. Well, sir, out of all due regard, what should a male do? He's got a phallus, and the female has a vagina. Well, I'll tell you what. The white anus is the new black vagina. How about that, boy? Wow. Sir, what are you saying? That's right. And the holy grail of all sexuality, as always, all you dumb, ignorant black people, the holy grail of all sexuality is what? The white female vagina. Black female vaginas are obsolete, boy. Have you heard? And you say, no, I haven't heard that, sir. Well, you just heard it now from me. And when I speak, that's God talking, right, boy? Yeah, okay. Let's do a little backslapping here. Let's do a little high five. Wow. You like that? Get on board, all you intellectual black people. We are going to disperse sexuality into thousands of different types of sexuality if we can get you to buy into it, to get you away from what? That black male with that black male. That's what. Because eventually that's what we're going to have to keep doing. We're going to have to make it real uncomfortable for that black female to be around a black male at all and having these little black offspring forever that's making problems for us that we're getting to the place we can't govern. So we got to disperse your sexuality where you will trade in all your sexuality for some fancy bling bling around your neck. And you got no phallus at all because I cut it out like I did back in the days when I used to hang you black people up on a tree and castrate you. Now I call it not castration, I call it sexual alteration. Wow. Don't you want your sex alterated, boy? Mm. Yeah. Come on in. I can alter your sex and not.
See, Neely Fuller used to deal with all types of subjects here on white supremacy and how it affects us. That was the sexual confusion part. Let me go back over here and give me 1 second. Let's get back to some more. Let's get back to some more subjects over here. Cartoons, I guess. Let's see what this one about. Yep. Mm-mm. So that's just another thing here. Just wanted to kind of show y'all some of the stuff he talked about. He mainly was trying to replace white supremacy. That was his main goal, and trying to help us to understand it. You notice he keeps saying the same thing on each video to let us know that no matter where we're going and what we're doing, white supremacy has something to do with it. We're gonna do a few more, then we're gonna then just show. I just want y'all to get to know Mother Neely Fuller. Hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. Hmm. 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 I'm gonna finish up with this one. This is the last part right here, y'all. I'm gonna end it. Mhm. Mhm. I'm gonna stop it right there. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for staying up with me, listening to Brother Neely Fuller, a master teacher. Hope y'all got something out of that. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and end the program, and I appreciate y'all for just listening. Like I say, this was a great man, a wonderful teacher. Uh, you should go get the book off producejustice.com, and You need the code book. You gotta have the code book to understand white supremacy. We show you how to counteract it, like when you confronted with it, what to do, how to do it, how to react to it. That's what I love about Brother Neely. Anyway, thank y'all for joining us. Everything Black. See you next time.